Peace be to you all. Assalamualaikum. Omar here, physician, associate health educator, family man, and moderately fit middle-aged athlete. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the concept of age and ask you all if ageism, discrimination against older adults, is a thing. Is it something that really exists? And is it something that has validity, as far as being concerned about a person's age? And I say that because there's a famous sports commentator who sent out a tweet. Everything's on Twitter now. He said Joe Biden is too old to be president. And I think he came under some scrutiny, just like the type of scrutiny, not as much scrutiny as Don Lemon did for saying that I think this presidential hopeful Nikki Haley is past her prime because she's over 50. But I'm over 50. I'm in my mid 50s now, and I just got my invitation to AARP, the Association of the American Association of Retired Persons, something like that. But I said, well, I guess I've arrived to old agehood, even though I still feel young, and older people tell me that I'm young. But I wonder if we as a society here in the U.S. devalue people, our older citizens. Do we look down upon them and say, that ship is sayings like, oh, his ship has sailed. I saw during October, during Halloween, All Hallows Eve, in the stores there were these masks, and one mask was a latex mask, and it said "old geezer." So just a mask of what looked like an old person, and then the one for the women said "old hag." And I was like, wow, what if these masks had blackface? What if these were blackface masks and said something like "coon"? Big red lips, bugging eyes bugging out. They used to have these. Or what if it was a mask that had, buck teeth and yellow skin and slanted eyes, and you say, well, this is a coolie mask. This is a Chinese mask. And what if it was like that? Or a mask about, costumes for other people. I said, and it made me think, is it okay to make fun of old people? None of us wants to die young, or most people don't want to die young, but that means you're going to become an older person eventually. You're going to get wrinkles. I'm getting wrinkles. I was looking at my old videos. I was like, I've got more gray hair, more missing teeth, and wrinkles that I didn't have when I first started my YouTube channel 8 years ago. So I'm becoming an older person. So there's going to come a point at which maybe employers may look at me and say, well, you're kind of old, man. We'd rather have somebody a little younger. They can't say that outright, but they might be thinking it. Maybe they want somebody who's 20 years younger than me, in their mid-30s. On that note, I was thinking about the other presidential hopeful, Ron DeSantis. He's 10 years younger than me. I didn't know he was that young. And there's those who have said, well, he's too young to be president. He should wait till after Trump wins, depending on your perspective of Trump. But it's just interesting to me, as a healthcare provider and educator, how we see age in this country. Maybe we should give our elderly folks a chance, and maybe instead of saying somebody's too old, maybe we should look at their fitness. Just physiologically, there are age-related illnesses and conditions. I should say, these are conditions that tend to be age-related. There are things that we have to factor, us clinicians that diagnose and write prescriptions. We have to factor in a person's age. You got to look at things like bone density decreasing, For men, testosterone decreasing, women, estrogen decreasing, issues of metabolism slowing up, that kind of thing. Age onset dementia, not everybody gets it, but there's been attacks on Biden, and I'm not here to support him. Stop picking on Biden. I keep my political affiliations to myself, but I just wonder if our attitude, if there's something wrong with our society where we don't really value age. Because depending on what side you're on, if you're looking to support Biden, who's I think 80, Trump's got to be up there. He's got to be close to 80. I think 78 maybe. But look at these deers. But nobody wants to be discriminated against. And I think we also have to look at realities of situations. But increasingly in our society, what we call reality has become increasingly subjective. So maybe it's more of how you identify. If you're an older person, do you identify as a younger person? And should that be taken into consideration? That's it for now. Let me say this. I've worked with a lot of doctors who are considered elderly. They're over 70. Some are in their 80s, and they've done quite well. Their minds are just as sharp as anybody who's much younger than them. But should we look at age, and is there ageism in our society? If you want to be a PA like me or a health educator, feel free to contact me. Morning. I'll leave my information in the description. All right, guys, I wish you all the best of success in your positive endeavors. Peace.